Hello students, today we will start our second chapter of the book First Flight. The name of the chapter is Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom. This chapter is written by Mandela himself. So first I want to tell you something about the Nelson Mandela. That Nelson Mandela was the tallest of all the black heroes who waged a relentless fight against the racial regime in South Africa. He suffered untold sufferings and tortures in prison, but led the country to install the first democratically elected government in South Africa. He is grateful in acknowledging the unimaginable sacrifices of thousands of black heroes for the freedom of their people. He had a wider vision of humanity. For him, freedom was comprehensive and could not be divided. So now I am going to tell you the theme of this story, this chapter. The lesson pays tribute to those black heroes and patriots who waged a relentless struggle against the apartheid or the racist regime of South Africa. Here we find a description of the inauguration ceremony held in the Union buildings, attended by politicians and dignitaries from more than 140 countries. Nelson Mandela gives a message of peace and unity of mankind. He foresees a new regime which will be based on the equality of men and women. He hoped that in the new regime there will be no exploitation of man by man. There will be no room for racialism and segregation in the new order. Means in simple, Nelson Mandela want a world where everybody got equal right. So this we will read in this chapter. So now I am going to summarize the whole story. It was 10th of May 1994. The day was bright and clear. The inauguration ceremony of the first non-racial government was held at the lovely amphitheatre in the Union buildings in Pretoria. So amphitheatre means open theatre. It was the largest gathering of international leaders on South African soil. So on that day, more than 100 leaders of the world presented in that particular region. Politicians and dignitaries from more than 140 countries attended the ceremony. First of all, Mr. de Klerk was sworn in as second deputy president. तो सबसे पहले मिस्टर डी क्लार्क ने सेकंड डिप्टी प्रेसिडेंट के रूप में शपथ ली. Then Thabo Mbeki was sworn in as the first deputy president. Then came Mandela's turn. He was sworn in as the first black president of Africa. तो इस तरीके से 10 मई 1994 को नेल्सन मंडेला पहले अश्वेत या काले राष्ट्रपति बने साउथ अफ्रीका. Mandela spoke how for decades South Africa was the seat of white supremacy. That the presence of all people conferred glory and hope to newborn liberty. The blacks who were considered as outlaws not so long ago were hosting the nations of the world on their soil. Means कुछ समय पहले तक जो काले लोग गैर कानूनी समझे जाते थे, आज अपनी भूमि पर संसार के राष्ट्र एक्टों की मेजबानी कर रहे थे. So their victory over apartheid was a common victory for justice, peace and human dignity. Political freedom has been won. Now they would work hard to liberate all their people from the bondage of poverty, deprivation and diseases. Never would South Africa again face the oppression of one by another. So, after the speech of Nelson Mandela, a new scene observed by the presented dignitaries. Then there was a spectacular display of jets, South African jets and helicopters rode in perfect formation over them in the sky. It was also a demonstration of the military's loyalty to democracy and to the new government. Then two national anthems were played. Two national anthems before the independence and after the independence. So they had two national anthems. So one for, you can say simply, you can say one for black, one for white, and after that they sung both. Nelson Mandela was overwhelmed with a sense of history. A few years after the Anglo-Boer War, apartheid was introduced in South Africa. The society based on racial discrimination was the harshest and most inhuman society in the world. Now a new system based on the equality of all men, regardless of their colors and race, has replaced the old and cruel system. Before that, what happened? Before the independence, the black people were bound to do anything in South Africa. But after the independence, now they hope for betterment. Apartheid created a deep and lasting wound in the people. The decades of exploitation and oppression of the black produced heroes like Thembos, Sislus and others. These black heroes were men of extraordinary courage, wisdom and generosity. The greatest wealth of South Africa was not in its mineral and diamond, but in men of such great character. They are giving value to their great leaders, those who sacrificed their life for the freedom of South Africa. Nelson Mandela learned the meaning of courage from such brave comrades. Courage is the victory over fear. These comrades were ready to risk and sacrifice their lives for an idea. The idea of freedom and equality. Even in the darkest prison, their hopes and faith were not broken. They never allowed the flame of struggle to be extinguished. Means Nelson Mandela spent around 28 years inside the bar, and during that time also he was thinking about the freedom of black people. Nelson Mandela thought that every man has twin obligations. He has a duty towards his wife and children and an obligation to his people and country. In South Africa, it was impossible for blacks like him to fulfill both those obligations. If any black tried to live like a free human being, he was punished and isolated. He was forced to live an isolated life away from his family. He was forced to live a life of rebellion. So Nelson Mandela ये मानते थे कि प्रत्येक व्यक्ति की दो जिम्मेदारियां होती हैं, उसका अपनी पत्नी और बच्चों के प्रति रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी और एक जिम्मेदारी लोगों और देश के प्रति। दक्षिण अफ्रीका में उन जैसे काले लोगों के लिए ये दोहरी जिम्मेदारियां निभाना काफ़ी मुश्किल था। यदि किसी काले व्यक्ति ने एक स्वतंत्र मानव की तरह रहने का प्रयास किया तो उसे सज़ा दी जाती थी और उसे अपने लोगों से अलग कर दिया जाता था। उसे अपने परिवार से अलग होकर जीना पड़ता था। उसे विद्रोही का जीवन व्यतीत करना पड़ता था। मंडेला realized that not only was the deprived of freedom, but his brothers and sisters were also deprived of freedom. तो मंडेला ने जो अनुभव किया कि न केवल वे ही आज़ादी से वंचित हैं, अभी तो उसके भाई और बहन भी आज़ादी से वंचित हैं। That was why he joined the African National Congress. It was his desire for the freedom of his people and their self-respect that totally transformed him from weak younger man to a bold one. A law-abiding lawyer was forced to become an outlaw. He realized that freedom is indivisible. He knew the oppressed must be liberated. The oppressed and the oppressor alike are robbed of their humanity. Both of them must be liberated. Means यही कारण था कि मंडेला ने अफ्रीका नेशनल कांग्रेस ज्वाइन किया। यह उनके अपने लोगों की स्वतंत्रता और आत्मसम्मान की भावना ही थी जिसने उन्हें बिल्कुल ही बदल दिया। एक कमज़ोर नवयुवक एक निडर युवक के रूप में परिवर्तित हो गया। कानून का पालन करने वाला एक वकील को एक अपराधी के रूप में बदलना पड़ा। उन्हें अनुभव हुआ कि स्वतंत्रता अविभाज्य है। मंडेला जानते थे कि जिन लोग को दबाया जाता है उनको मुक्त करना है। दबाने वाला और दबने वाला दोनों समान रूप से मानवता से वंचित हो जाते हैं। उन दोनों को ही मुक्त करना चाहिए। So this is the summary of this book. Tomorrow we will discuss few board related questions from this chapter. Thank you.